It's Kane Brain here, back once again. I just basically thought about doing like a fourth part to this whole entire series real quick because I basically forgot about a few other things, since I was trying to make sure I didn't get hit by any of these cars, people driving up on the sidewalk and whatnot. Beautiful area. But hey, concerning the other projects, thoughts and ideas, Slenderman was one of them. The 8 pages based off of the popular video games and whatnot, and the Markiplier and Yummy Mash videos. Big heads up to those guys, doing their thing. And I know there's actually going to be a major motion picture of the Slenderman films. Another thing I always wanted to do was a Vampire Slayer, possibly steampunk storyline, or straight up like a side underworld, World of Darkness, thing. Actually, World of Darkness itself sounds like an even better idea, but that's kind of what Dark Gardens kind of takes place in a sense, that type of genre. Then I can't forget about the superhero project that I was originally going to shoot on the East Coast. But I'm really tired of a lot of films that are always just focusing everything on New York City and whatnot. No disrespect to New York and all the things that they've brought to the industry and history and whatnot. Y'all got that and stuff. But there's a lot of other cities around the world that could also be featured in a lot of these films and projects and whatnot. So yeah, that's definitely going to happen. And I'm very thankful and happy they're going to be doing another Hancock film. So hopefully that does well. But yeah, like a modern day superhero film of a bunch of unlikely heroes, or people who got powers but don't really want to be heroes. They just want to have like normal everyday lives, and stuff gets real. Then there was also the aspect of doing a fantasy project for all you D&D type people that's out there. I really want to say some stuff about that because of the possibility for a lot of things out here, but I don't want to say too much. And then there's also a FFT project, short for Final Fantasy Tactics project, that could be done out here with a particular really awesome cosplay crew that's out here, of people who do know how to act, who do know how to do stunts and whatnot, who have some really out of this world outfits and skills. So basically, just think of a Final Fantasy steampunk project. Yeah, that's right, a Final Fantasy steampunk project, which was, the idea came to me many years ago, back in like the mid to late 90s, around Final Fantasy 7, after Final Fantasy 7. I know Square Enix, Squaresoft originally said that they wanted to do a Final Fantasy steampunk storyline, but they passed it over and did a bunch of other projects and stuff over the years, including their film that flopped due to a lot of poor choices and decisions, unfortunately. Though I kind of like the film, but they should just take off the Final Fantasy title to that. But yeah, so like a Final Fantasy steampunk project. I can just imagine Tiffany Cruz going absolutely nuts and demanding that I give her a ticket to fly her out here to Hawaii so that she can kind of shoot in that project and whatnot. Or heck, just so that she can be out here, in reality. Even Nico Smith, I can imagine her, doing some cool stuff in there. That, and well, actually going back to the fantasy one before that, I really want to do like a D&D project. Besides, how I start off everything doing photo shoots first, which in reality, I'm really just shooting set locations and storyboard shots, live action. But though they're still turned into photo shoots and whatnot with the different people who I work with, which is already said to them beforehand. But yeah, let me know what you think on the different ideas that I've thrown out there. And I know that I cannot wait to get myself a new camera. So when I'm walking around at nighttime, the shots are a lot better and clear. I just absolutely love the way this whole hill looks behind me. I'm basically down the street from the new place I'm going to be moving into. I'm about to head back to the current crib that I cannot wait to leave. especially because of the one individual in there who just absolutely stinks up the whole entire complex. Man, I don't know what his problem is. Business guy too. It's really, I know everyone goes through their own problems and issues in life and whatnot, but it's like, really, does everyone gotta suffer just because you're going through something? Really? But God bless you anyway. But moving forward, anyway, you know how some people can be. Forgive me for being real outspoken and whatnot and stuff. I know I'm supposed to be here in Hawaii, and where everyone else is supposed to be real chill and chillax and whatnot. But I'm from the East Coast. Very, very outspoken group of people who believe in getting stuff done. They like their own space and whatnot, and just gotta get your stuff together. I know I'm going through my own stuff out here, but I do my best to give people respect and not to make other people suffer and go through things while I'm out here doing my thing. But yeah, other than that, I got a lot of ideas, and there's a lot of things I'm still not even saying on camera right now, because it's like I technically have like over 12 different projects that I'm looking forward to shooting, that recording and whatnot. Okay, I'm just seeing a bunch of people running and whatnot. Okay, I thought someone was about to go down. I'm gonna say not tonight. Not tonight. It definitely will be filmed and will be recorded and reported. But yeah, if anyone out there has any ideas, things they would like to see me shoot or do, I'll do that and stuff. And if no one's peeped that new Silent Hill 4 with the guy from Walking Dead, you gotta go see that. And director Guillermo del Toro is gonna be a part of that whole project. Yo, it looks awesome. It looks absolutely awesome and whatnot. But yeah. Other than that, peace later. God bless. I hope that many of you who are out there who see this video are doing good. And if you have any ideas of how I can make some of my videos look a lot better, let me know. Besides, of course, the obvious, getting that new camera, and probably some editing and whatnot, and some music. For some reason, I just can't get the music to work on YouTube. The sound just disappears for some odd reason. Don't know why. And oh yeah, I will say this one last thing in closing. I do plan on doing like a Replacement Killers, tribute to like Chow Yun-fat, hard boiled style. I'm probably gonna mix in a little bit of supernatural stuff to it, just because I can, and just because I like it, and I don't know, maybe riffs, just for Brother Hazim and the old riffs crew, just a little tiny story about riffs. Actually, why not? I'm gonna do a riff story. That's gonna be interesting, real interesting. To make that happen. Yeah, cool beans. Alright, y'all. God bless. Peace and later. And I'm about to go back in the house and work on the script for the Warhammer 40k Dawn of War Sanctum story that I'm doing. And yes, all rights and copyrights go to Games Workshop Citadel for everything that is Warhammer 40k, that they themselves have produced. But the whole entire Sanctum and character names and whatnot actually belongs to myself. And also the soundtracks and everything actually belongs to myself and some other sound engineers and DJs that I'm working with. But everything has to do with the actual Space Marines, their logos and whatnot underneath the whole copyright laws belongs to Games Workshop, Citadel and whatnot. And also the guys at Forest World. Big head shout out to Brother Allen and to Paul Scott and the rest of the crew people who are keeping it real, and Polly Wolf, Andrew Webb, Antonell, all the way out there in South Africa, Brother Koa, the Ultramarine, and of course that means I did shout out to Larry Eba and Glenn from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, from my old 40k crew, including Captain Troy. This is Kane in the Brain signing off. God bless. Peace and later. Amen. Shalom.